Recently, a video surfaced that shook the wildlife community to its core. A young man entered a lioness enclosure at a Brazilian zoo, and within seconds, instinct took over. Today, we need to talk about what happened, why it happened, and what this tragic incident teaches us about respecting the boundaries between humans and apex predators. Before we continue, I want to be very clear. This video contains descriptions of a fatal animal encounter. While I won't be showing graphic footage, the subject matter is serious and deeply upsetting. If you're sensitive to discussions about loss of life, this might not be the video for you. On the evening of the 30th of November, 2024, at a zoo in Brazil, 19-year-old Gerson made a decision that would cost him his life. Gerson, who lived with schizophrenia and had expressed dreams of becoming a big cat trainer one day, scaled a 9-foot wall to access the zoo. After hours, the footage shows him carefully lowering himself down a tree inside the enclosure of a lioness. For a moment, you can see him hesitate. There's this pause where it seems like he's reconsidering, but then he continues descending. The lioness, doing exactly what 3.5 million years of evolution designed her to do, spotted the movement. She didn't hesitate. She didn't consider. She simply reacted. Now here's what most people don't understand about big cats, and it's crucial. A lioness isn't being aggressive when she responds to an intruder in her territory. She's being a lioness. Let me explain what was going through her mind in those critical seconds. Lions have eyes that are specifically designed to detect motion. They have a higher concentration of rod cells in their retinas than humans do, which means they can spot movement in low-light conditions 6 times better than we can. The moment Gerson moved down that tree, every predatory neuron in her brain lit up like a switchboard. A lioness's bite force measures around 650 pounds per square inches. That's pounds per square inch. To put that in perspective, that's roughly 13 times stronger than the average human bite. When she grabbed him, there was no possibility of escape. This isn't cruelty. This is biology. But here's the part that really matters. This lioness had never shown aggressive behavior toward humans before. Not once. Zustov described her as calm, well-adjusted, and predictable in her routines. So what changed? Nothing changed. That's the point. Lions in captivity retain 100% of their predatory instincts. Unlike dogs who have been domesticated over 15,000 years and whose brains have actually physically changed to bond with humans, big cats in zoos are essentially the same animals that roam the African savanna. The only difference? They're fed regularly and don't have to hunt. But the instinct? It never goes away. This tragedy forces us to confront an uncomfortable truth. Mental illness can profoundly affect decision-making and risk assessment. Jerrison's family reported that he was fascinated with big cats and had talked about working with them someday. In his mind, maybe he saw this as a step toward that dream. Maybe, in that moment, his illness prevented him from recognizing the very real danger he was in. This is heartbreaking, on multiple levels. But there's another victim in this story that we need to talk about, the lioness herself. After the incident, animal rights advocates and concerned citizens flooded social media, demanding to know, would she be euthanized? The answer, thankfully, was no. Zoo officials made it clear, this lioness did nothing wrong. She didn't escape. She didn't seek out a human to attack. She was in her enclosure, and someone entered her space. Her response was completely natural and predictable. In the wild, a lion's territory can span up to 100 square miles. They patrol these boundaries constantly and will defend them against any perceived threat. This lioness was doing exactly what she would do if another predator or unknown creature entered her space in the wild. She was protecting her territory. The lioness has been temporarily removed from public viewing, not as punishment, but because zoo officials want to ensure she's not experiencing trauma or stress from the incident. They're monitoring her behavior, her eating patterns, her interactions with enrichment activities. Early reports suggest she's doing well. She's eating normally, she's engaging with her environment, and she shows no signs of distress. Because to her, she didn't do anything unusual. She simply responded to a threat the way millions of years of evolution programmed her to respond. The zoo has since reinforced their perimeter walls and increased security patrols, especially during evening hours. So, what do we take away from this tragedy? First and foremost, wild animals deserve our respect, not our romanticization. Social media is filled with videos of people getting up close with bears, petting wild wolves, or swimming with alligators. Every single one of those videos represents a near miss that we just haven't seen the ending to yet. These animals aren't mean. They're not evil. They're not even aggressive in the way we think of aggression. They're wild. And that wildness is what makes them magnificent and dangerous. Second, mental health matters. Gerson's story is a reminder that mental illness can impair judgment in ways that are catastrophic. If you or someone you know is struggling with schizophrenia or any other mental health condition, please reach out for help. There are resources available, and treatment can make all the difference. Third, zoos exist for a reason. They provide safe observation points where we can marvel at these incredible creatures without putting ourselves or them at risk. Those barriers aren't there to keep animals imprisoned. They're there to keep everyone safe. This lioness will live out the rest of her days in that zoo, likely without ever knowing that she became the center of an international incident. She'll wake up tomorrow, groom herself, maybe take a nap in the sun, and continue being exactly what she is, a lioness. And Gerson's family will continue grieving the loss of a young man who had dreams of working with the very animals that in the end were simply being true to their nature. If this video made you think differently about wild animals and the importance of respecting their space, hit that like button. If you believe mental health awareness needs to be part of these conversations, drop a comment below. And if you want more wildlife content that treats these magnificent creatures with the respect and understanding they deserve, subscribe, because nature doesn't need our interference. It needs our appreciation from a safe distance. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.